moving into like speaking of, we were talking about Mr. Alex Smith. Alex Smith was traded to the Washington Redskins by Kansas City. Kansas City actually now saying it's fully the Pat Mahomes time, and they're ready to go ahead with Pat Mahomes as the starting quarterback going into next year. And for Washington, they finally made the decision like we think we are better than Kirk Cousins. That's really what I think it comes down to. Like we like Kirk's contributions, almost like the Jets did with Fitzpatrick, but you're not the guy that's gonna get us over the hump.
They gave him 2 years to see if they wanted to sign a long deal. And he didn't show enough for them to sign a long deal.
And I'm a little confused how so many people are saying that Kirk Cousins could change a franchise, and Kirk Cousins, a franchise player, the Redskins didn't do anything. They gave him a franchise tag for 2 years. Like they paid him his money. So if you want to say he didn't commit to him because they didn't give him a long-term deal, well, what about Aaron Donald with the Dodgers? Aaron Donald with the Rams. So,
but doesn't that make you selfish and no longer a team player?
Like,
if you're saying that they didn't give you a long-time deal, and so that means that he didn't play to that level because he was not felt like he was going to be there long. So then now you're not being a team player because
and then they ask players like Odell Beckham, like play out there as hard as you can, and you'll get your extension, you'll get your contract renewal. So with the quarterback thing, I'm a little shocked with. We'll get into the Jimmy G deal in a second. But this idea that now Kirk Cousins should now become the highest paid player in the NFL because he's a free agent now. But to the Alex Smith trade, I think it's a great trade for both teams. I think Kansas City now accepting that they went as far as they could with Smith, and now they have the young quarterback there that they like.
Time to groom him up and see what's up.
Go ahead and see what he has.
And also, Andy Reid also did it for job security.
Yeah.
You can't have too many times of Alex Smith not getting it done. What has it been 3-4 years and you still got none? If you do it, he had to make a change.
Correct. But as far as the Redskins,
and they got a good what's his name? Dunbar, I think it was the cornerback that they picked up. Who actually I think is going to be a real stud.
Yeah, I heard he got
and the fact
good corner in the deal.
He's a legit corner and a second-round pick, I believe it was. Yeah. So you get Peters, him, Dunbar, and then you get Eric Berry back. That defense could actually come back to what it was 2 years ago.
They have a great defense there. So I think for both teams it works. And for Washington, well, I hear a lot of people saying that Kirk Cousins is better than Alex Smith. That is false. Alex Smith had the second best year as a quarterback to Tom Brady in the NFL this year. If you look at the numbers, extremely high completion percentage. I'm sorry, Drew Brees also is in that conversation.
Drew Brees, Carson
Wentz. I'm sorry, I didn't. Carson Wentz up until his injury. What I mean, Deshaun Watson up until his injury. Both of them had supreme numbers.
Like
Alex Smith up until week 6 had the best numbers of a quarterback in the entire NFL. That's without even a conversation. So for me, Alex Smith played well, maybe a little inconsistent. But I didn't watch Kansas City enough to know if it was injuries around him that possibly contributed to that. But I do know that he had a rookie running back that was a lead back, and that could be part of the inconsistency where he would have some good games, but he's still a rookie, so he's going to have some bad games. So, to that notion, when I look at Alex Smith, though, former number 1 pick, extremely high completion percentage every year, actually a good runner, a good extender of the play, very sharp, a little bit above of a game manager in his prime. He is a better player than Kirk Cousins. He's gotten his team to the playoffs probably the last 6 years in the NFL. Where with Kirk Cousins, what playoffs have we seen?
He's gotten 2 teams to the playoffs.
Oh, Cousins?
No. I'm talking about Smith.
Alex Smith. Okay. Yes.
49ers and
I was saying over the last 6 years. The last couple years, the 49ers all the way
further than Kirk. Like it's 2 different teams. It's not even just one team. It's just
and he's won division titles already. Whereas with Kirk Cousins, we've seen the last 2 years he's been given top tier money, and all he's given us is good numbers.
Has he had a really winning season? Like, has he even gone over 10 wins?
10 wins, no. That's not bad.
It's only been a 9-7 team, right?
That's
the best.
We'll just get into this stats really quick.
Because that's really sad because I get what you're saying. Kirk Cousins, in his...
And I said this earlier this year.
In this play...
this is his last year. Like, this is his last year.
And his play was... The last year, he had majority of his stars there. This year, he didn't have as much stars. Same production.
Okay, it's 3 full years as a starter. 9-7, 8-7-1, 7-9.
7-9 was this one?
Yeah.
So his first year he did good and just went down.
Yeah. First year he had the best completion percentage at 69%, 4,100 yards, 29 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. Last year he had 8-7, 67% completion percentage, 4,900 yards, 25 touchdowns, to 12 interceptions.
Yeah, that was his best season.
And then this year he was 79, 64% completion percentage, 4,000 yards, 27 touchdowns, to 13 interceptions. So
he's been decent.
sacks
But
have
not-
went up, 41 sacks last year. Most of his career. Had 23 and 26 in the 2 years before that.
So it's. I'm not saying Kirk Cousins cannot work in the
QB
team.
rating
I think Kirk Cousins is a decent quarterback. Like, it's very rare to get a good quarterback. He can be a starting quarterback, but to make it seem like he should be the highest paid, I could think of probably 10.
Okay, so if I look at Kirk Cousins, I think Kirk Cousins has maybe the 16th or the 17th best quarterback in the NFL. I think he's clearly a starter. He's clearly a good thrower of the football, but he's not a top 10 of that position. To me, a top 10 means that you're a projected also. I think he's a starter. He's no further than that.
You got to win games. Like I seen Russell Wilson throw it to just Doug Baldwin,
Yeah.
and win games.
Like I think of Andy Dalton as a better quarterback than Kirk Cousins.
Shit, he just.
And I understand how some people might say, how is that the case? Well, because Andy Dalton's got to the playoffs as the franchise quarterback. That's it. Like, your job is to get to the playoffs. It's not just to put up numbers. Like, if you're on a bad team and you put up great numbers, well, does that make you a great player? See what I'm saying?
Hey, but my thing is, all right, if they were losing in that fashion, where it's like, okay, 7-9, 8-7, and then you look at the scores, they're getting blown out 41-2, 41-21, 28. But that's not even the case with Redskins. Redskins actually have a good defense.
Definitely above average defense.
So you have almost any opportunity to score. You have the ball in your possession, and if you're not getting enough points on the board, you're not doing your job, especially when it's needed.
So, I mean, I'm not going to bash Kirk. I think he's a good player. I think the perfect situation for Kirk.
But you just can't call him the best.
The best situation for Kirk is the Denver Broncos. I think it would be a great situation for him. He has two elite receivers on the edge. He can throw the ball well. They have a decent offensive line. And they have an extremely good defense that's on the back nine. It's probably the last year that defense, with the players that they have, will still be elite before they start to get old, like you've seen with the Seahawks, where you start to get a little long in the tooth. But right now, they still can compete for a championship if they go out and go get Kirk Cousins. Now, again, I don't believe in these massive deals. And I think John Elway understands that, because he didn't do it with Oswald.
Yeah, I don't think he's on.
So I think what Kirk Cousins should get, he should get anywhere from $15 to $20 million, but not a Jimmy G deal. And just because Jimmy G got that deal doesn't mean Kirk should get $30 million. Another place to look at would be Arizona.
Arizona,
place that could really fit for him.
Well, there's a couple places. You got Arizona, you got Jacksonville.
I'm not doing that Jacksonville. I think Blaine Bortles made his point at the back end of the year that I at least deserve to be this. He's a third pick in the draft.
Yeah, I know.
Give him some time.
Yeah, whatever.
Let him mature.
Screw him.
I mean, it's been a tough situation. It's been a sucky team that's been growing together.
Yeah, whatever. Suck that team. I think he could work there.
Like a big fan.
He could work. He could work there. I even like him even compete with Andy Dalton with the Bengals. That would even be a good decision.
Speaking of the Bengals,